And we are back with another banger. Hope you guys enjoyed the point guard ranking list. Today we are going over shooting guards. I'm really excited. This one gets a little more fun, especially after the news with Donovan Mitchell. So we'll see two dudes in different jerseys, swap them out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment if you agree or disagree with something. But more importantly, let's rank some shooting guards and let's have some fun today. Let's do it. All right, man, we are starting hot, no pun intended, with the Phoenix Suns. We have the one and only Devin Booker. This one is interesting. I felt like something I did in the point guard tier list, and you might agree with or disagree with. I feel like I wasn't stingy. You know what I mean? Like S tier and A tier, like I feel like they should be a little selective, but I also understand like the league is really good right now. So to be stingy with A tier is to put like players that are actually deserving on it on the B tier. But with all that said, I'm gonna do my best to keep things a little bit more selective when it comes to those S tier, A tier. But to start out the gate, man, I gotta be honest, Devin Booker, as of right now in our league in the NBA today, I have to put D Book as an S tier shooting guard. He is coming off of an incredible season last year. I know we have recency bias with the playoffs, with them putting up a dud against the Mavericks, which is super exciting for any Dallas fan, super bummer for any Phoenix fan. But if I'm not mistaken, franchise record for the Suns last season. I don't want to talk this long on every single player, but man, D-Book, high praise, S-tier shooting guard. We'll move to Terry Rozier, which, hey, if you're sleeping on Terry Rozier, this is your wake-up call. The dude can hoop. The dude is a baller. He is going to be a lot of fun next season. But being completely honest, as I said in the beginning, I have to be a little more selective. So I'm going to go Terry Rozier, B-tier shooting guard. And then Buddy Hield, man. Buddy Hield is an interesting one. I have to put Buddy Hield on a C tier here. I think Hield is a great 3-point shooter. I don't know if we classify Buddy Hield as a 3 and D right now, but I would definitely put Terry Rozier at a tier above him. But that moves us into Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown is a tough one not to have recency bias because his finals performance last season was incredible. Is he the same tier as Devin Booker? I don't know. You tell me. But this is my video, so I'm going to put Jaylen Brown at A tier right now. We'll come back. We'll flip things around if needed. But I think Devin Booker is an S tier shooting guard over Jaylen Brown. But Donovan Mitchell. We'll go Donovan Mitchell here. He is an interesting one. We just saw the trade news with Mitchell going to the Cavs, which is a lot of fun. I'm going to drop a video on my opinion on that. But when it comes to shooting guard tier rankings, I am going to put D Mitch at the same tier as Jaylen Brown, A tier. Kevin Huerter with the Sacramento Kings is an interesting one. I gotta put him on the C tier with Buddy Hield. Fight me if you're a Huerter lover. I got some friends that loved Kevin on the Hawks, and I have some friends that hated Kevin on the Hawks. But him and the Kings threads, we'll see an interesting season, but I got him on the C tier. Colin Sexton, we haven't seen hoop in a minute. Coming off an injury, going to a new team, part of that Donovan Mitchell trade that just happened yesterday. Got a bag. Congrats to the Sexton family. That's amazing. But we're going to put Colin Sexton at the B tier for now. Going to Utah, a chance to hoop, being probably their primary scoring option as of right now with the roster. But we're going to move on. The next one we have here is Gary Trent Jr. Coming off a pretty good season with the Raptors. I'll be really interested to see how he performs moving into the next season. But Gary Trent Jr. is a really interesting one. I think I had to put him at the same tier as Terry Rozier and Colin Sexton at the moment. I think he's a little bit better than Buddy Hield, a little bit better than Huerter. So I'm going to keep him at the B tier at the moment. This one's tough because a lot of y'all don't know who Devin Vassell is. But me being the most diehard Spurs fan on YouTube, I don't know if it's going to be easy to not have recency bias with this one. I think Devin Vassell is a baller, and I think he's going to have a breakout season, but this tier list isn't predicting the future. It's talking about the present, and I have to put Devin Vassell on the C tier. Anything else would be a homer pick, and I'm not going to do that, so I'm putting Devin Vassell on the C tier. Tyrese Maxey, he was in our video with the point guards, so this is a little weird. I couldn't edit it to make it James Harden. So James Harden isn't in either one of these. So yesterday we tier listed James Harden. We tier listed Tyrese Maxey as a point guard, but we don't have James Harden on a list because Maxey is here for the shooting guards. So bear with me. James Harden is who we are ranking right here. I know I'll put a little photo over it, but remember, Tyrese Maxey is not who we're ranking for the shooting guards because Tyrese Maxey was in the point guard video. So we are putting James Harden for the 76ers on the A tier. I still think he was really good. I think a lot of people are used to James Harden having insane seasons with insane stats, which he still had incredible stats last season. Watch Harden on a dark horse MVP race next season. But James Harden, photo Tyrese Maxey, I'll try to crop something over there, is definitely an A tier shooting guard. Moving on to Desmond Bane. Bane is a baller. I'm putting Bane in the B tier. Nothing more to say there. Herb Jones. Herbert Jones can defend your best player like crazy. At the moment, I have to put Herb Jones on the C tier. Jalen Suggs is a really interesting one. I got to put Jalen Suggs on the C tier as well. He's in that same echelon as those guys right there. Klay Thompson is a tough one because we love Klay Thompson around here. Not everyone loves Klay Thompson. He's not the Klay Thompson that gives you 1,000 points on 2 dribbles. At the moment, he might be, but last season he's coming off of an injury. I have to put Klay in B tier shooting guards. That might get me in trouble, but Bradley Beal is a really good one. I'm putting Bradley Beal A tier shooting guard. Zach LaVine right there, A tier as well. At the moment, Devin Booker being the only S tier shooting guard is super interesting. I might get into a little bit of rearranging at the end, but Joe Harris, Joe Harris is good, but I got to put Joe Harris C tier shooting guard. My personal opinion. Bogdanovich is good. I don't know if I could put Bogdanovich as the same B tier as those players I see up there. He can hoop. I'm talking a dub per average with points per game. He's that good, but I'm gonna go ahead and put Bogdanovich on the C tier for now. Shea, I think, was in our point guard list, but we're gonna keep Shea here for the shooting guards. That might be a little confusing, but Shea is definitely an A tier shooting guard when it comes to Oklahoma City Thunder. Jordan Poole is a hooper, man. Golden State always finds a way to just pull amazing players out of the draft and raise them up in their franchise. I gotta put Jordan Poole in the B tier. Tim Hardaway Jr. is really interesting because we didn't get to see a lot of him hoop last season with Luka and the Mavericks. So for me personally, I'm going to put Tim Hardaway Jr. on the B tier for now. Evan Fournier, interesting. Evan Fournier is a Knick as of right now. A little sidebar, I really hope the Knicks trade Fournier because I would really love to see those Knicks players that are young and in their system get a lot more reps. And I think Thibodeau is going to play Fournier like crazy in the way that Thibodeau does. But ranking shooting guards, I'm going to put Evan Fournier. Oh, man, this is tough. I'm going to put Fournier on the B tier for right now. Lonnie Walker, who is projected at the moment maybe to be the Lakers starting shooting guard. Again, recency bias. He was a Spur. He wasn't amazing. He's super inconsistent, but can light it up on an irregular basis. Man, I might be just a salty Spurs fan right now, but Lonnie Walker D tier shooting guard. Sorry, Lakers fans. But yeah, that's what I'm going for right now. Jalen Green can hoop, man. I see those two are next to each other, Anthony Edwards and Jalen Green. Both of them are A tier shooting guards for me with both of them potential going into S tier. We don't know how they'll blossom. If both of them go S tier at some point in their career, that would be amazing for the league. But I'm going A tier at the moment. Anthony Simons is a B tier shooting guard for me. I know Blazers fans don't want to hear that, but I'm going B tier. We don't mess with Grayson Allen around here. C tier, that's what it is. Norman Powell, we're flying through this at the moment because I want to be able to rearrange it and not have the video be too long. But Norm Powell, I'm gonna go C tier at the moment. KCP, I'm going B tier. Oh man, and Tyler Herro, I'm going B tier as well. I'll be right back with the final list, and we will talk through some of these things and these decisions. This is my final list. I moved some things around. I pulled Jaylen Brown up into S tier with Devin Booker. That might be, excuse the background noise, that might be some recency bias coming off of his finals appearance, man. But Jaylen Brown, he's so consistent when you need him. So Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown are my S tier shooting guards. We can debate that if you'd like to. But A tier, I'm keeping here. I did end up moving Jalen Green down to the B tier. I feel like in my brain, I'm putting him and Edwards next to each other. I think they're both young. And I think at the moment, when it comes to NBA performances, Edwards had his playoff experience last season and he showed out. He played his mind out. And I really do think that between the two of them, I got to mugh Jalen Green down. I did move a couple people down to C tier. And as you see, a couple of people down to D tier. No harm done, Joe Harris, Jalen Suggs, Grayson Allen. But D tier shooting guards, I got Fournier back down to the C tier, and just coming off a season where we didn't get to see Tim Hardaway Jr. hoop that much, I pulled him down to C tier as well. But this is my final list. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for our small forwards. Peace.